Yo, how is it going, everyone? My name is Jack, and today we have the most important story in Valorant history. Only mild hyperbole, but we do have a comprehensive breakdown of why you think you are being running killed in your ranked games. And let me tell you, it's not on you. It's not on the accuracy changes not working. It's not even on the opponent who appeared to be running and shooting you. It's on the game, and a huge flaw in how Valorant was made, so you won't want to miss out on what's to come. But as always, before we get stuck in, it's time for the question of the day. What is your favorite map to play in Valorant? For me, this is easily Ascent. I know Ascent can be hard to approach, especially in solo queue, but as a CSGO fan and player, and especially as someone who loves the tactics and really outstratting the opponent, Ascent just scratches that itch perfectly. It's my favorite map by a mile, and I think it also produces some of the best pro games thus far. So tell me your favorite map in the comments down below. And if you don't think you have a favorite map or want to better understand a map you're struggling with, head to SkillCapped.com to get access to the best resources you need to become an expert at whatever map vexes you. From overpowered ability lineups to the best strats and team compositions, find the tools you need to get the rank you've always wanted at the link down below. Now, as I've laid out many times previously, I don't like run and gun. I think the way you can abuse full sprinting and peeker's advantage to little punishment is still one of Valorant's most glaring flaws. Patch 2.02 has definitely remedied that problem with the rifles, though of course there are still some big abusers that need targeting. Stinger, I'm looking at you, don't you dare walk away from me. Overall, I notice and feel the accuracy changes in the rifles, and I notice them against me from other people as well, but something has always bothered me about Valorant. Ever since the beta, I've felt that I've been killed in situations where I think that someone has either stopped or appeared to counterstrafe, but it felt like I couldn't see it in time. As I was dying, it felt like the enemy was still at a full sprint. And I'm not alone in this assessment. Over on the Valorant competitive subreddit, user SilverPrinceV cross-posted a fantastic comprehensive post by Type Avenger about agent movement animations and how they contribute to the feeling of being shot while running. Some interesting things Type Avenger has collated here. Thanks to some great work done by Get Flanked, you Rainbow Six heads know this man well, we actually know the differences in how long it takes to become fully accurate from counterstrafing in both CSGO and Valorant. To be brief, for those less familiar, counterstrafing is a simple but necessary technique where to achieve the best accuracy the fastest way possible, players will tap the opposite direction in which they are currently moving to create a moment that they are at a standstill, i.e. strafe peeking while holding the A key, then tapping the D key to achieve that accuracy window. So, how long does that window take to become perfect? In the video Get Flanked did, he shows that in CSGO it takes about 4 frames or 0.06 seconds to come to a 100% standstill and 100% accuracy. Over in Valorant, we see something surprising. It takes almost double the time. Counter-strafing takes a whole 7 to 8 frames, about 0.12 seconds, to achieve 0 momentum and maximum accuracy. Alright, that was a lot of jargon and numbers, and I hate math, so let's keep this practical. What does this even mean? Well, it means despite Valorant having a reputation for running headshots, the game is actually much less accurate longer when going from moving to a standstill than CSGO, a game with no such reputation. So how can this be? There's an obvious discrepancy. The secret is in the leg animations and how Valorant telegraphs what the agents are doing. Telegraphing is possibly the most important aspect of game design in a competitive system. Attacks or animations that don't telegraph themselves to the player don't feel fun to play against. So how does Valorant telegraph that someone is no longer moving? Well, as mentioned in the same thread, someone did some digging in a now deleted post and analyzed the leg animations in Valorant and found this huge discrepancy. Let's look at the first clip. As you can see here, the Sova strays from right to left to engage the player recording. Watch the legs here, let's zoom in a little bit closer. As you can see, the knees and legs are pointed in the general direction that the model is moving, which is to the left. This is consistent throughout the entire movement, and then by the time he is already shooting, his knees are still indicating that the Sova should be moving. Our player dies, and boom, the Sova's legs snap to a standing position. There isn't a transitional visual cue from moving to counter-strafing or stopping moving to being completely stopped. It's run, 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 then stopped. Now, this second clip is egregious in this discrepancy. Killjoy is strutting, stunning, and fronting, and boom, shoots our hero stone dead before awkwardly snapping to a standstill. Both of these look like running headshots, but have the cues of counter-strafing or stopping and how the players weren't moving anymore immediately after the kill was registered. And God, do I feel so validated seeing these clips, because I just had an itch in the back of my mind that the game wasn't showing the running animation well enough since I first picked up Valorant during the beta, and here it is in plain view. I mean, let's look at CSGO for another comparison. In our first clip, we can see it very plainly. Zooming in, we see movement to the left, the character's legs face the target as they counter-strafe, and then they come to a complete stop, and boom, dead. You can clearly see that this guy was accurate before he shot compared to Valorant, where no one knows. Alright, listen, I know I've been kinda on like a mini rant here, but the thing is that this is a huge issue. The last thing you want to do in a competitive game is withhold information from both parties involved. A death that feels unearned because you couldn't see how the other player maneuvered to shoot you stone dead is a direct detriment to your experience. It's frustrating and can create unnecessary tilt. Thankfully, we have a Riot Dev response to this issue. In the original thread, Riot Dev, good lord, this name is actually very hard for me to pronounce. I'm gonna do my best here. Apologies if I absolutely butcher this, but Mochimizu? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go with that. Mochimizu said that this is something that they are looking into, and that it appears this is an issue that's been in-house for a while for the Riot devs. It also appears to be a hard problem to fix as well, but the bright side is that posts like these definitely help keep Riot looking in the right directions, and hopefully we can get a fix for this soon. I consider this a huge, fundamental flaw with the game, an impossible to ignore blot that really hampers my personal enjoyment, and it definitely can harm the integrity of ranked games. Losing a match or a round because you think you got screwed is a bad way for all parties to operate. How do you guys feel about this? Do you think the game telegraphs what other players are doing to you adequately? This could be anything from seeing people holding or casting abilities to something simple like a reload or a weapon switch being easily seen. Let me know in the comments down below. I feel like overall Valorant actually does a very good job of telegraphing. It's just, it really feels like the movement is static. It's either the movement status is active, like jumping, crouching, running, or walking, or it's not and you're at a standstill. There doesn't seem to be those key transitional animations that help clean up what the players are seeing. And that's all we have for today. I really wanted to keep today's news video super hyper focused on this one topic, as it's something that I think deserves center stage for the next major change Riot need to prioritize. No matter what accuracy changes happen, the basic animations will hold this game back until they are fixed. I firmly believe that. But maybe there's something I'm missing here. What other major issues do you guys have with the game at the moment? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be in there responding where I can. While you are down there, make sure to like the video as well, as it helps out big time, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already for more premium news and guides just like this one, with one goal in mind: helping you become a better player. We here at SkillCapped would like to thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.